Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it is a 1 vs 1 bonus replay on Last Refuge between our red orc player, Darkness. Down at the bottom we have our blue human player, Agent. And it's a mystery replay. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Who knows? Let us find out and speed it on up. And if it's a bad replay, there are always things to learn. If it's a good replay, again, always things to learn. And definitely not speaking English, so I have no idea what they're saying.
Ready to work. Ready to work.
And now Agent moving out with a militia going after the Ogre Warrior camp. And Farseer for Darkness. And Ring of Selling for Agent. And that is swept up quickly, and we'll leave the militia to proxy creep the rest. Archmage is going to run directly into the face of the Farseer. And perhaps a grunt as well. And leaves a water elemental to do some damage to the Farseer. We'll chase him down as well. Farseer now going to get some damage in on some peasants. Main peasants are back, making a farm. Scout tower, lumber mill has been abandoned. Militia turned in from the lumber mill there, but loses it quickly. We'll try to make another militia and run this one away as well. And looks like he will make that out of there, but the Farseer's wolves will chase him down. And the inevitable for the peasant. So barracks and lumber mill incomplete. And the Arcane Tower about a quarter of the way done. And he definitely needs that done, as the Arcane Tower will do additional damage to those Spirit Wolves and finish them off quickly. Now starting that lumber mill and barracks once again.
Job's done.
And we'll run the Spirit Wolf away to prevent his opponent from gaining that experience. Going to Stronghold, Voodoo Lounge coming on up, and additional grunts on the way. So no creeping for the Farseer just yet. And we'll see how that works out for him. But he's getting his share of experience from killing the peasants. But now the Arcane Tower is up and doing devastating damage to these wolves. So unable to really go into the base any longer. So he may have to actually start and resort to creeping. And the Archmage at the base here, or the Goblin Merchant rather, picks up a Boots of Speed.
Our forces are
Now
under
going to
attack.
tier 2 for human. Additional footmen on the way as well. Mage running off into the hills. What is he gonna creep? And looks like either the doubt is gonna be the Ogre Lord, because that would be a pretty tough creep pack to handle at this point in the game. Now Dark Ranger has been picked up by Darkness. And so going for mass summons by the looks of it. Black Arrow to start. And we'll be trying to get those skeletal minions and wolves in combination, and fails to kill the footman. And I think he could have probably chased him down and killed that footman. Got himself a skeletal minion.
Our forces are under attack.
But once again, anywhere close to these Arcane Towers, those skeletal minions will not last very long. Archmage in the Orc base and going after the Bestiary, but being hit by double burrows there. So the Archmage has to back up just a little bit, back at the human base. A farm will go down. That will set him back just a little bit. Additional towers now coming up as well to defend the base.
Job's done.
And the Bestiary will not make it. Micros away the wrong footman.
Job's done.
And so remember, folks, micro away the footman with low health, not the one with full health. As you can see, always something to learn from whatever replay you watch. Black Arrow's on the footman here, but he has a clear path to run, and just sort of wasting a mana at this point, even though Dark Ranger has full mana, so not too big of a deal. Salve and Clarity Potion coming up on the Farseer there, and Archmage pretty low. Does he have an Arcane Vault or not? Nope, just now making one. And looks like he's going to go after the Forest Troll High Priest camp here. And attempt to get level 2. As he does not have Brilliance Aura yet. Neither player really creeping too much. And Farseer going after the Ogre Magi camp. So we'll see what drops for these two players. Force Troll High Priest healing himself in desperation. And won't last much longer. Wand of Illusion for the Archmage. Tome of Agility +2 for the Orc. The Dark Ranger will snag that up. And the Ogre Magi will fall soon. And going to be a Wand of Mana Stealing for the Farseer. And Beastmaster for the second hero for the human player, Agent.
Job done.
And now the other High Priest camp. And it should go down a little bit faster this time. Doesn't really have the help of a second Water Elemental. There it goes. And Replenishment Potion picked up by the Archmage. Or no, picked up by the Beastmaster. Should be transferred over to that Archmage and then used as Archmage pretty low on mana and health equally. And now for the Ogre Warrior camp for the Orc. And at level 2 on the the Dark Ranger, rather. And so we'll see if he decides to go Silence, or if he's going to Leech. Potion of Greater Healing, a very nice item to have.
Job's done.
And Quillbeast, Water Elemental combo, always nice. Lots of DPS coming, and once that Archmage is level 3, those level 2 Water Elementals combined with the Quillbeast will be a lot of damage. Ruckle Camp going to be taken out by Agent, and uses the Illusion to take all of the initial damage. And now we'll transfer some of that damage to the Water Elemental instead. And Orc on the way now with Wind Riders, and the human will bail out, leaving the creep camp for the Orc.
Job's done.
And Rock Golem will fall here. And going to be a Belt of Giant Strength. And the human player would definitely have wanted to grab that for his Beastmaster, but unfortunately was shooed away from the creep position. Except the Tome of Intelligence now going after the other Rock Golem camp. And Archmage desperately needs level 3. And could be Boots of Quill Thalas. So interesting that they got polar opposite items. Tome of Strength for the Beastmaster.
Job's done.
And Boots of Quill Thalas would have been really nice on the Dark Ranger. Belt of Giant Strength would have been great on the Beastmaster. It gets a Cloak of Selling on the Beastmaster as well. And now double Force Troll Berserkers for the human. And that will be really nice combined with Quillbeast and Water Elementals, as the Force Troll Berserker does a ton of damage early game. And Ring of Selling for the Beastmaster. And Troll Trappers will be finished off. And a little bit of experience, a little bit of gold, and it gets level 3 on the Archmage. Double Scrolls of Healing purchased by the Orc. And now the Murloc Nightcrawler camp. For the human, Beastmaster will tank some of the damage, while the Troll Berserkers attack. The Murloc's going to be another Cloak of Selling. And now we'll have to run away. Cloak of Selling left behind. And will that be picked up by the Orc? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he's a little bit busy at the moment, but that is pretty much free gold. So somebody ought to pick that up and then just eventually sell it. Although it can come in handy. I have seen it come in handy numerous times. Most of the time it's just better off being sold.
Job's done.
And Ring of Selling gets sold as usual. Hence Ring of Selling, 62 gold. Either Ring of Selling or Ring of 62 gold, whichever one you prefer. I prefer Ring of Selling because I think it's kind of funny. And now the Knoll Overseer camp for the Orc. So both players just doing a lot of creeping right now, trying to get ahead in the game. Quillbeast out, level 2 Quillbeast, level 2 Water Elemental. So now the damage is on for the human, and still has double Troll Berserkers as well. But the Wind Riders will be tough to handle for the human. The two Troll Berserkers could try and focus down the Wind Riders, but now the Troll Berserker getting focused down. Also get hit by that Black Arrow, creates some Dark Minions. And Disenchant's going off all over the place there. Takes out everything in its path. Or rather, dispels, what have you. Pretty much all the same thing. Abolish magic, dispel, disenchant. All does the same deal. And priests and sorceresses getting caught on the wrong side of the battle. Human player in a bad position here, trying to get away. Left with mostly just casters now. And Town Portal will send the human back home. And routed human will now heal back up and try again. Double Arcane Sanctums pumping out human casters.
I come to cleanse this land.
Back at the Orc base, just making Spirit Walkers and additional Wind Riders. An expansion is up for the Orc. No expansion for the human though. So now Agent needs to either expand himself or react violently towards this expansion at the top. Needs to be taken out or needs to expand himself. Some peasants on the way to the gold mine there, so it looks like they may be making an expansion here shortly. And double Quillbeast out. Enough mana for another water elemental. Double water elementals, double Quillbeasts. No, it looks like one Quillbeast may have ran out of time. And Disenchants on the water elemental sends that away. Yeah, now the Wind Rider is going to prove too much here. Going after the Sorceress individually and the Priests. And the piercing damage of the Wind Riders is way too much for the casters to handle. Beastmaster in the middle of it all there, taking a little bit too much damage. And now level 4 Archmage. Beastmaster in trouble here. Nearly level 4, however. And finish off the Grunt, gets that level 4. And creates a Thunderhawk now. So we'll be able to fight back just a little bit, but there's just so much there to take out the Hawk. It does not last very long at all. And human player Agent forced to GG, leaving Darkness the winner. So pretty good game overall, and I hope you guys enjoyed this bonus replay. But let you take a look at the hero scores. Pretty much even Stevens, but the Wind Riders versus casters, not a good idea on the part of the human player to continue making the casters against the Wind Riders, as casters are unarmored and Wind Riders do piercing damage, of course. And way too much damage for the casters to handle. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.